Hey Weasels, I'm so happy to be back. As many of you know, I was out for, I believe it's been a week or two because I had laryngitis and my voice sounded so ugly. It was so bad. It was hoarse, it was raspy. It was bad. And I think this past weekend I fully got my voice back. So I feel amazing and I have been thinking about you guys, and ignore the box that you see behind me because I am just leaving Home Depot. So don't pay attention to that. But as I was coming out of Home Depot, I was like, it's gonna get dark soon. Let me make a quick video message because you guys have not seen me in a while, in a short while. Um, Let me get to it. Let me give you guys the definition of vulnerable. Vulnerable just means you are susceptible to some type of emotional or physical attack or harm. That's the definition of vulnerable. And I want you guys to understand that anytime you find yourself in any type of vulnerable position, however that looks for you, if you don't have discernment, or if you blindly go into a situation without really knowing the person you are in the presence of or the people you're surrounding yourself with, you will find yourself in many harmful situations. So I want to explain something to you guys if this video message fits you. Vulnerability can look like so many different things. Some of you all are vulnerable emotionally because you may be having a hard time with your spouse. Some of you all may be vulnerable because you need the assistance of someone to give you resources or finances, or a place to stay. Some of you all may be vulnerable because it was something that you possibly failed at and you could not get to one level. And so now, while you recharge and revive yourself, you are feeling down and out. And you may even feel like you want to give up. I want to let you know that there are going to be people you come across, because I have also recently experienced this as well. There are going to be people you come across who will try, hear my words, they will try and attempt to treat you or talk to you a particular type of way because they know you are in a vulnerable position. And unfortunately, when you come across someone who has a lot of spiritual and inner issues, like they're inadequate, they have rage in them, they have anger in them, they are not clear on who they really are as a person, or they're battling a lot of unforgiveness, or whatever it is they're going through in their life, these types of people will always, for the most part, try to talk down and mistreat someone who is vulnerable. It makes these type of people feel confident, secure, in control, powerful, and they also sometimes like to see other people who they believe are in an inferior position up against them. And I want you guys to recognize that, I want you guys to recognize that when you come across these types of people, no matter what they do to you, no matter what they say to you or about you, and no matter what they tell others about you, I want you all to not forget who you are. And this may be difficult for some of you because some people, they allow what people say to them or about them, or when they come, head first at you, there are some people who allow that to break them. And it breaks them so much to the point they forget who they are. They will allow the disrespect of another person or different people to get them in a place and get them in a position where they forget who they are. And sometimes people, when they see you in a vulnerable position, they don't feel like you're supposed to still have joy, still have peace, still have confidence, and still know who you are. There are some people like this, and they will feel like, this person doesn't have the right to still be smiling. This person doesn't have the right to still be happy. This person still doesn't have the right to be optimistic about their future. When you are in a vulnerable position, sometimes you will begin to get looked at like there is no hope for you. There is no hope for your future. Sometimes people will see you get attacked so much or go through certain things so much, they stop believing in you. And you guys, if you know from a spiritual standpoint that before elevation comes, there will definitely be separation and some humiliation. And before you get to that higher level, you have to go through a process. Because these processes that you experience may make you cry, they may make you angry, you may be left with a lot of confusion. But I don't want you guys to miss the part where you are still learning, evolving, and growing from within when you are getting attacked, whether it is verbally or emotionally. If you find yourself in the company of friends or certain family members, and these people know that you are in a particular spot or place in your life, or a certain door closed on you, you were working on something, sometimes people will feel like your talent, your skills, your creativity, your ideas, they don't matter anymore. People will be very, very uncomfortable with the fact that you continue to go on and persevere or be optimistic in spite of what's going on around you and in spite of your circumstances. So I want you guys to know beyond a shadow of a doubt, number one, know who you are. I don't care what is being said to you. I don't care what is being told about you. I don't care what certain people are going back telling others pertaining to you. You have to still know who you are. Because sometimes the trick and the goal of the enemy is to place. He will strategically place particular people in your life to tear you down and to make you lose focus of what your purpose is and who you are. But in spite of what you may have to go through and battle and deal with, you better still know who you are. You don't tuck your tail between your legs. You don't throw in the towel because you fell off. You don't run and say, well, I'm not going to sing anymore. I'm not going to write books anymore. I'm not about to still run my YouTube channel. I'm not about to operate in my gift because I'm going through too much right now. And people are not going to respect me. They're not going to receive me because my life is not together. Do you guys know that there are people out here who has so much more than you do, but you are still a problem for them? You are still a threat to them. You are still a concern of theirs. And they have so much more than you. It may appear like they're living the life, but again, it's something about your perseverance and you still knowing exactly who you are that sometimes will make you a target for verbal or emotional attacks from different people. But I want you guys to be encouraged. You never allow situations and circumstances in life to blot out who God called you and created you to be. You must still be ready in season and out of season, like the word of God says, in spite of what's going on around you. You don't hold your head down because you failed at something. You don't hold your head down because you made a mistake. You don't stop operating and flowing in what you're supposed to flow in because somebody told you you're not worthy to do that. There are some people that will try that with you. They will feel like, who are you? I just saw 3 doors closed in front of your face. Excuse me. You're not in a position to try to speak or operate in a particular gift. People want you to hold your head down and grovel and cry and be sad and never come back from that. They never want you to come back from that. That's not everybody, but that's a lot of people. That's what I want you guys to recognize in this video message. Don't allow anybody to disrespect you because you may be in a vulnerable position. Your position of vulnerability will not last your entire life. Every single human being on this planet has been in a vulnerable state or vulnerable position, one time or another in their life. It's life. You're going to have ups, you're going to have downs, but all I'm saying to you guys before I end this video message, no matter how bad things may get around you, no matter what trials and tribulations you have to fight, no matter what is thrown at you, you cannot forget who you are, and you cannot forget who God called you to be. You still need to operate in all of your creativity, skills, gifts, and talents. I don't care what anybody says or thinks about you. That's the video message. Well, guys, it is time for me to go. You guys know that I love you. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If you have been offended by anything I have spoke about in this video message today, it's okay because I know you will forgive me in the morning.